Liverpool have started the pre-season schedule with a 4-3-3, picking up on one of the two formations largely used last season. Alongside this, Jurgen Klopp also used a 4-3-2-1 in 2016-17, a shift from the not altogether successful 4-2-3-1 employed when he first took over. Klopp's favoured 4-3-3 is fairly standard, with a 6 sitting between two more adventurous midfield 8s, wide players who drift and fullbacks who push high. Of course, the most widely celebrated aspect of Klopp's style is the counter-press. Effectively, counter-pressing is an attempt to win possession back immediately after losing it, rather than waiting for certain triggers to press, which could come after the opposition have had possession for a while. The advantage is that the opposition, having won the ball, are in an offensive rather than defensive stance, which leaves them vulnerable to a counter. Liverpool tend to attack with width, and so they counter-press wide too, either in the wide space or in the half space. Liverpool play compactly and press aggressively in the half space to try to force the opposition wide. This is facilitated by allowing the fullbacks and midfield 8s a high degree of vertical freedom to move into the press. In addition, when the opposition have the ball wide, generally they can only take it two ways. The first is vertically in the wide space, which means either a long ball passed or over the fullback, easily defended, or a pass backwards, away from Liverpool's goal. Secondly, and there is some evidence that Liverpool actively encourage this, the opposition can pass back into the half space. To receive the pass though, the receiving opposition player is facing the touchline and is vulnerable to players surrounding him and to players coming back from an advanced position to press. Liverpool employ this backwards counter-press superbly, with the wide midfielders or advanced midfielders dropping back, passing to the pivot or to a spare central midfielder who can then spring an attack with the opposition geared offensively and not arranged in a strong defensive position. But these forms of press and counter-press do two things to Liverpool's advantage. The first is that they can attack when the opposition is not properly in a defensive stance, but secondly, by forcing the opposition wide, space is created in the half space for Liverpool to attack. It's a potent mix. When Liverpool attack, they do so with great fluidity. The designated use of 4-3-3 or 4-3-2-1 belies the fact that in both formations, the front three is rotational and that the wide players can drift into space, push high up on the wings or cut inside, and that the striker, especially if Firmino is used, drops deep. Like the other strong pressing side in the league, Spurs, Liverpool push their fullbacks Nathaniel Clyne and James Milner high up the pitch and use the defensive midfield 6 to drop into space, though Chan does this deeper than, say, Henderson or Wijnaldum. This gives Liverpool good central compactness, which facilitates the desire to push the opposition into attacking with width, and also means that there is almost always a linking player between the centre-backs and the midfield, augmented by the advanced fullbacks to aid the attacking transition. Lastly, Liverpool have intelligent, technical players who make this system work. Adam Lallana is superb at knowing when to press. Sadio Mane is a genius for finding space and knowing whether to attack wide or cut inside, and Roberto Firmino can score goals but is also adept at finding space in the number 10 pocket. The team are quick, getting physically stronger, and have by now adapted well to Jurgen Klopp's style. The addition of the tricky, direct Mohamed Salah from Roma, who will match Mane's skill set on the other flank, is a coup, and one feels that Liverpool are not far from being a great side. They lack a central defender of the ball-playing ability of Mats Hummels, who played for Klopp at Dortmund, and a 6 who can dictate more from deep. But if Liverpool acquire these players, they could threaten the title chasers this coming season.